Hello and welcome to happilyeducated.com. So we're talking about self-determination theory again today. And according to self-determination theory, humans have three basic psychological needs that must be satisfied in order for each individual to function effectively and experience wellness. These three needs are competence, relatedness, and autonomy. And an individual's ability to function in any given context is a product of how social and cultural forces either support or limit the satisfaction of these needs. So in other words, without competence, autonomy, and relatedness, you will not thrive. And the people around you may or may not help you get these things. So in environments where autonomy is supported, an individual feels that his or her behavior is self-directed and self-organized, and that personal volition motivates action. So when you experience a sense of autonomy, you feel like you have a choice about what to do, and that you do what you do because you want to do it. Individuals who experience relatedness feel connected to one another. They feel loved and cared for, and they love and care for others in return. And competence refers to, quote, a propensity to have an effect on the environment as well as to attain valued outcomes within it, end quote. In other words, you feel like you have the power to accomplish what you want to do. And this is, of course, a little bit different than our standard definition of competence. Now, self-determination theory maintains that when these three needs are satisfied, that individuals will be more motivated, perform better, and just experience a greater sense of well-being than when these needs are thwarted. So how does this help me understand me? Well, as I mentioned back in my human agency post, I am happy when I get to choose how to spend my time. I am motivated to do things that I choose to do, or in other words, when I experience a sense of autonomy, I feel pretty happy. Now, however, my daily life, and probably yours too, is full of occasions where other people try to get me to do what they want me to do. And sometimes for very good reasons, sometimes for selfish, manipulative reasons. But depending on the exact circumstances, these experiences can either, challenge or undermine my sense of autonomy. And when I realize that someone is trying to control my behavior, my automatic response is just to resist doing what they want me to do. And in fact, I have been accused on more than one occasion of having a problem with authority, which is probably true. I do not like being told what to do, and especially when I don't see any good reason for doing it. So learning about self-determination theory has helped me, one, to understand why I am sometimes so resistant to doing what I'm told, two, to feel better about resisting when someone is trying to control my behavior for no good reason, and three, to limit my own attempts to control others' behavior. So a while back, I read two books by a self-determination theory researcher named Wendy Grolnick, who studies how parents either support or thwart the satisfaction of their children's basic psychological needs. And there is more information about these books on the blog post if you want to check it out. But though I'm not a parent yet, reading these books helped me to stop trying to control the behavior of other people in my life, specifically my students and my husband. And wow, was that a change for the better. Everybody is happier when I stop bossing them around, especially me. And, I anticipate already that my immediate family members are going to object to this statement, saying that I regularly boss my brothers around. And it's true, I do. I boss them around rather mercilessly. But I do that only because it's my sisterly duty. So, sometimes you legitimately need to tell someone else what to do and have them do it. And in these cases, you'll get the best results if you help the other person understand why it's important to do what you say. Now, this goes back to the 4 types of extrinsic motivation that I talked about in my last post. So if you can help someone recognize why an extrinsically motivated behavior is worthwhile or important, then he or she will do it more because they want to do it rather than because you are forcing them to do it. Now, though relatedness and competence are also very, very important aspects of this theory, I'm not really going to talk about them in any detail simply because they haven't really affected me in the same way that, this idea of autonomy has. But if you are interested in learning more about those two basic psychological needs or any other aspect of self-determination theory, I would strongly recommend checking out the Self-Determination Theory website, where there are a million different journal articles about all sorts of different topics related to self-determination theory, and they're very neatly organized by categories. It's kind of a great website, great resource. So there's that for you. And at the end of the month, I will be attending the 5th International Conference on Self-Determination Theory, which I'm very, very excited about. And who knows, maybe after that I'll want to post something else about self-determination theory. I'm not sure. But since I'm not using self-determination theory in my own research, really I have no good reason to go to this conference other than idle curiosity. But conferences are fun, and it's being held in Rochester, so I figured I ought to take advantage of that. And who knows, I might just learn something. But that's all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for checking out today's post. And until next time, happy learning.